G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So today's video we're going to be running over the physical Kid Goku that is dropping in approximately 13 hours. It'll be a fresh banner, we'll get a couple easy A's and whatnot, so it'll be good to have something new for us. It's been in a bit of a dead period and JP's been pretty hot obviously with their anniversary. So as you can see we are getting the physical path to PHY Kid Goku. It does bring a bit of a different wrinkle that we haven't seen too many times, and that is with the 3 leader skills. So he brings DB Saga, Youth, Exploding Rage, all 3 key 170, and then the extra 30% to Dragon Ball Seekers and Bond of Friendship. So not the craziest leader skill, but I feel like that's something that you could definitely get a bit of use out of. Maybe a few missions that might actually help with. As you can see, he does also have the super attack, unit super attack. So on his normal super attack, you get that greatly raised as attack for one turn. And on the second super, you do get the massively raised attack and then lowers attack as well. So definitely a lot of value in that unit super attack, and you can activate that unit super attack when there's a Yamcha, Roshi, Oolong, Bulma attacking in the same turn. So that is for that unit super attack, and then like Tech Pan, he does also have a secondary unit super attack, which is the exact same effect, but that is activated when you do have Hachan or Android 8 included on the rotation. So that works pretty well because Hachan is pretty much one of his best friends and is absolutely insane in terms of being a banner unit. But as you can see here, pretty good passive skill. So he gets the 159% start of turn buff, which is pretty solid. He gets the extra 59% when performing a super, which is always big because it's the multiplicative buff. And then he gives DB Saga or Youth category allies 2 key and 50% attack and defense. So big support buff there if you are running him on his own team. When you think about it, you could have 2 of these guys. Maybe you start an event with, I don't know, bad rotation, you get both of these guys on rotation together, then you're literally they each getting 100% support, which is insane. So he is also a rainbow orb changer, changes a random of a certain type, so pretty standard there, but super handy, as we'll talk about later in terms of teams. Orb changing is always a very significant buff to any team that you are on. He's got a chance of, and then he does get an additional 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. So he gets that nuking ability. Combining that with the rainbow orb changing, he can go very, very hard in the paint. This Goku is crazy, crazy good. A lot of people on JP definitely rate him as the first or top 3 TURs in the game. So on top of that, you also do get the chance of critical hit plus 7%. And also damage reduction plus 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So as an orb changer, I think you can quite regularly get between that 3 to 4 range. So a 28% chance to crit and also 28% damage reduction is very clutch, especially say if you're running this guy on a movie heroes team where maybe you've got Tech Godku there as well creating rainbow key spheres. You can have them flowing everywhere, which is sick. So you also get the plus an additional 59% defense with 3 or more key spheres obtained, which is going to be pretty easy in my opinion. Launches an additional attack that has a higher chance of becoming a super with 5 or more, higher chance being a 50%. So fires off that ability for you to potentially activate the 3rd super if you do get if you've got a dupe or some skill orbs on this guy. And then all allies chance of performing a critical hit plus 8%, and all allies reduce damage reduction by 8% with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So that is the new ability that will be coming to global, is the damage reduction support. So if this guy grabs 7 key spheres and 4 of those of Rainbow, he buffs up to 35% damage reduction, which is obviously very good for his defense. But if you look at a unit like the Tech Gogeta, getting an extra 8% damage reduction on top of him, it's crazy how good this damage reduction support ability can be when combined with either a guard, existing damage reduction, or maybe a stacking unit as well. On top of that, this Goku's also got a active skill, and with that one he raises his attack by 800% and then causes damage to the enemy. And then also has a 59% chance of all attacks becoming crits. So sort of a bit like the sort of UI Goku condition for on Super, but this time you're getting it at a 59% rate. So, and that can be activated after the character receives an attack 8 or more times in battle, which is probably not ideal. I know I'll personally be using this guy as a slot 2 or 3 unit if I manage to pull him. So you're not really throwing him in front of every attack that he can take, or when HP is 59% or less, which is a pretty easy condition to make. For a lot of this difficult content, you're going into turns on low HP, so yeah, you'll be able to fire this one off, and with no turn condition, that can be spammed in SBR as well. In terms of links, he's got the Innocent, which isn't great. All in the Family is very good. Infighter, Kamehameha, again another really common one, and Fierce Battle is the other really common one. The Incredible Adventure and Guidance of the Dragon Balls are the sort of ones that make this guy a little tough to have him with really good linking partners, but still not a bad link set by any means, especially when he does have that Rainbow Orb changing and nuking abilities. I think that definitely makes up for that there. For his categories, we've got DB Saga, Youth, Exploding Rage, Dragon Ball Seekers, Bond of Friendship, Low Class Warrior, Pure Saiyans, Movie Heroes, Goku's Fam, Kamehameha, and Bond of Parent and Child. So Bond of Parent Child, you got Vegeta Trunks, Kamehameha as just about every good unit. Same with Movie Saiyans, Pure Saiyans, and Goku's Family. Those last 5 teams are where you're probably going to find yourself using this guy the most. But yeah, slapping him on as a 7th-6th unit in the team is definitely going to be a good idea whenever you possibly can. And you see he's got some pretty handy art. I do like it myself. So then it comes down to, should you be summoning on this guy? And from the picture of this banner, you should. Unfortunately, the answer should be no for you. We've just seen what's been announced for the JP anniversary. While this guy can help those units, I just don't think it's worth it. You look at the top 2 units on this being Hachan and the Goku, they're both absolutely busted, but the drop off to Raditz, and Raditz I don't actually have. Actually, he's the one, I think he's the 200% leader skill unit that I don't have, but the drop off from Kid Goku to Raditz, Vidal, Bojack, Beerus, and then Turles is astronomical. It is only a 7 featured unit banner, so maybe you get lucky if we've got some discounts that you could throw a few stones at it. I'm half expecting that we will get Pilaf Trove Pack and discounts just because we are in the midst of the JP anniversary. So maybe that could be a bit more inclination for people to summon. I know I'm personally going to drop maybe 2 or so hundred and a Pilaf Trove Pack. We'll definitely not be going overboard with this one. There's just not enough value in this banner, even though the Goku is extremely good, and so is the Hachan. And I think, especially the Goku, there is a lot of teams that you could find spots for him on. But when you look ahead to what we have coming in terms of the 8th anniversary, we'll have Saiyan Day later on as well. I don't think the value is there. So make it worthwhile you spending your stones. So let me know down below whether you're going to be summoning or not. I still think the Goku is a very cool unit. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.